Hey guys, and welcome to Free Live Training Fridays. And if you notice, I am not alone today. This is Natalie Reads. I am so excited. I've never had anybody on my YouTube with me before. It's a big day. We got some great stuff to talk about today. And if you guys are from the Facebook group, let me make sure we're up in there. And second, make sure we've got all of the peoples ready for some beautiful conversations we're going to have today. 1 second, guys. Bear with me.
Oh, hi.
Oh, I lost it.
It's a beautiful Friday, even though it's chilly. Hope everybody's having a great day and ready for a great weekend. Isn't
it? Okay. Having issues. We are too high vibe. We're messing with the electromagnetic field. We're going to talk about that in a second too, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for your patience. You guys are amazing. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about how to read tarot cards. But first, as we always do on Free Life Training Fridays, we have to clear the air. So we're going to grab some sage. And let me refresh this page.
This is a beautiful bundle you've got.
Okay, guys, I have blue sage today. Why don't I have the blue sage? Because I had a rough morning. Cynthia, yes, if you guys don't know, that is my birth name, my earth name. Cynthia came up my shadow. If you guys, we're going to talk about a couple little things before we get into tarot, okay? But if you guys have heard me talk about how we have the physical and the metaphysical, right? We have our soul and we have the physical being, our shadow. We have our mind and we have our spirit. So there are two aspects of us, and the shadow does need to come up at times, and it wants to be healed. It wants to be integrated. It wants to be released. It wants to be worked with. So I had to work through my shadow, aka Cynthia, so I got to line back with my soul, aka Astaria. So today we have the blue sage. And the blue sage gets rid of more darker energies, more stuck energies that are having trouble being released. This is for a more challenging time. If you're dealing with darker entities or darker energies, you use the blue sage. I'm going to get Natalie a little bit. We're going to clean the energy. So white sage, what it does is it works with the, it sets back to the 0 point energy field. And blue sage, what it will do is get rid of just the dark. So if you guys want some blue sage sent to you guys, I do invite you guys to put up your hands, take a deep breath, close your eyes and say, I receive, and I will send you guys some blue sage through the energy channels. Here we go.
You have a strong channel today.
Beautiful, beautiful. This is what's happening. Okay. We're going to let the blue sage do what it needs to do. And I see we're up in the Facebook group. 1 second, guys. Perfect. Let's see. Tamara, hi. Tamara is in our tarot class. We have an upcoming tarot class. We're going to talk about that as well. And just here in a moment. Hello, Cat Bell. Good to see you here. All right. So what happened? Let's talk about why we needed to use the blue sage and how it's going to relate to tarot. Okay. So I was struggling, right? Because I know everything happens for a reason. And I know there was something to teach me. And I know there was something I could learn from it. So I'm sharing with Natalie about my morning. And what does she do? What does she do? She grabbed her tarot cards, right? And she's like, I'm going to pull you a card. I'm going to pull you a card. And what card did you get for me?
First came out the world.
And what else you get?
Strength.
And what else you get?
The 3 of Pentacles.
Okay, let's talk about why those were important and how learning tarot can help you, okay? So what do you think the cards were trying to tell me in that moment?
So for the world, it's because I think what you've been struggling with is, choices. And the world is just like, you have all of the choices right there in your hand. It's everything that you need is right there. You have the world in your hand. And then the strength is you have the strength to know what to leave, what to take, where to go, you have the strength to be able to hold the world in your hand. And the 3 of Pentacles was it competence and prosperity, right? So yeah. I mean, obviously everything that we're working with here with this class and with the community that you're building. So, I mean, it was just perfect. And they just fell out. You saw them. They jumped out.
She got quantum jumping cards, just so I do. If you guys watch my daily cards, we get the quantum jumping cards, or even on the YouTube readings. So it was so beautiful because the world is also one of the things I've been struggling with is letting go and moving in the dream reality I thought I wanted. It's want versus need. And the world is definitely, the universe has been guiding me on one path. And it's what I need. But here's what I've wanted for so long. And it was very hard to let go of this because it's something I desperately wanted. And so the world was coming in to close the chapter. This is why tarot was so important for me, because I was stuck and I couldn't see out of the darkness. I was trying to align back more with the star, the light, my soul's energy, right? And so the world came in to say, hey, let's let it go. There's something here we're trying to teach you. The strength, right? Was showing I can get through this. Everything is when everything happens, what kind of perception glasses do you have on? What kind of perspective glasses do you have on? Are you going to see the glass half full or the glass half empty? And I had that choice that I could have went into the darkness and like really let it upset me and take over my day. But it was showing me I have the strength, I can push through. There's a purpose in this. And just that gentle reminder by the cards, like just definitely uplifted me. And so working with the tarot cards saying, okay, like, and you can ask it direct questions like, why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening? What can I learn from this situation? How can how is this challenge going to let me grow? Like asking the cards in those moments what you need to know. So it was so beautiful that she came over and totally just grabbed the deck and pulled a card. It was exactly what I needed to hear. And then she pulls the three of Pentacles, right?
The Three of Pentacles. I don't even remember it coming out. It was
Yeah, you're like, where did this come from?
Like,
it was like over there.
Where
yeah.
was it?
She didn't, we didn't even see it jump out. That's about collaboration, manifestation. We are collaborating. I was talking about present moment. I've never had anybody on the lives with me. I was talking about be here in the here and now. This is what you're supposed to do. You help people on a daily basis get in that collaboration energy. This is what you manifested and go manifest and step into it. So with perfect divine timing energy with that. So thank you, Natalie, for pulling cards for me.
One thing I wanted to add just to that, because you were talking about the perception glasses. I heard somebody talk about that the present is an art project. And you can either choose to take the anxiety brush or the joy brush.
Ooh,
so what are you going to paint your present with? What tools are you going to use when you're painting the present art project? You can choose anxiety, you can choose worry, or you can choose joy, you can choose happiness. It's all right there for you to choose. It's just how are you going to paint?
Oh, I'm painting my own story. I got a blank canvas. What do I want to do with it? Which brush am I going to create?
Which brush?
I like that. Thank you very much for sharing that.
When I heard it, it gave me goosebumps. So yeah.
I know. I felt them. I was like, that's amazing. Awesome. Okay. Tamira's excited. Woohoo. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. One more thing I want to do, and then I'm going to pass the torch to Natalie, because you guys know after we do the sage, the clearing, we set the energies, we do a collective card pull, and then we get into today's lesson. And today we're going to talk about reading tarot cards. But before we do that, while I've got the sage out, I am going to sage the Shungite piece, okay? And then I'm going to tell you why. So we're going to do a little extra bonus. We're going to talk about clearing crystals, how to work with crystals, just because this just came up. And so I do want to talk about this. So I have my favorite water bottle, and it's got rose quartz in it. And so I've been putting crystals in my water for several years. Now, not all crystals can go in the water. I would check the moss's scale to see where it's at. Like rose quartz, you can. Green aventurine, you can. There's certain ones you can't. And so this has been coming up. There's been somebody I know that keeps talking about the Shungite water. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a crystal you can put in the water. Natalie comes over today and she's like, I got Shungite water. I was like, you know what? I keep hearing about it. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it here live. So I work with Shungite on a daily basis. I've got 2 Shungite bracelets on here. I've got a Shungite.
Got mine right here. I'm here.
I've got a Shungite necklace somewhere in here.
Mine broke, but I'm getting
there. We go. I got so many necklaces. I got a Shungite necklace. I got Shungite anklets. So why do I use Shungite on a daily basis? Well, I work
my bra, but I won't show you.
See, I was trying to pull them out, but they were necklaces. So I use Shungite every day because what Shungite does is the main thing it does is it has a few different properties, is it blocks EMF. And so I work online, I work on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. I constantly have my phone right here, or I have my laptop on or the computer. And so I'm taking all these electric magnetic fields. That's what the EMF is. And so I'm a big person that works on internal cleanses. I work on gut cleanses. I work on cleansing the colon and the intestines and all of this stuff. And that seems like the next step. Because when I first heard about it from my friend, he was talking about Shungite water. I'm like, well, it's just another crystal you put in the water. But I didn't think of it until Natalie came over today. And she was like, Shungite water. And I was like, oh my God, on the internal thing, I'm always about cleansing out the internal body. So what we're going to do is I just cleansed it, right? You guys saw me. I'm going to put it in the water. Because what it's going to do is not only block the EMF, it's going to pull out the heavy metals and the toxins. Like I'm about cleaning the organs and doing that stuff. You guys heard on my YouTube channel, I always talk about cleansing the heavy metals and cleansing the endocrine system and purifying the blood and the cells. And I talk about this stuff all the time. So here we are. ready to pull out the heavy metals and the toxins to cleanse my internal, right? So cheers, guys. I'm gonna have some. Oh, cheers. Yes, yes. Oh, you know what? I think I love going live with other people. I'm having so much fun.
Me too.
I always have fun. If you guys,
I've never been on a live. I've never done anything.
It's their first time. This is amazing. This is amazing.
I'm a virgin.
She's a virgin. She's a live virgin. We're gonna sacrifice her. No, I'm just joking.
Wait, you didn't tell me how it was gonna end.
Oh. So I go live on Tuesdays with Live Tarot Tuesdays and Fridays with Free Live Training Fridays, and they're like my favorite days. I love going live with you guys. Let me know. Do you guys like it when I bring on co-hosts? Like, I could bring on some more people. There's plenty of things we could talk about.
Oh my gosh, right?
I've been opening up to a lot of collaborations with a lot of different people lately, and so if you guys like this dynamic, I could bring on some people, talk about some stuff. Okay, Tamara says, I think I've heard the ites aren't good to put in water as they dissolve, right? Yeah,
Okay.
because it's the hardness with them. I have a medicine bag in my bra always.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love it. Yes, EMF protection. I use Shungite.
My Herkimer diamond earrings. Yeah.
Ooh, Herkimer diamonds for the tension rings. Beautiful. Thank you, Tamara. And the more the merrier.
Ah, that's awesome. With the Shungite too, I don't know if you guys know, they are using Shungite to help bees.
Oh yeah.
So you know how bees are dying because of all of the. I mean, think about all of the signals that are flying through the air now versus 100 years ago that the bees didn't have to fight with. And they've said that bees get lost. They can't find their way back to their hive because they get disoriented and confused. And when they put Shungite powder outside of a beehive and the bees walk through it, that they are able to ground themselves and find that their signal versus all of the other signals that are flying around in the world. I heard a story. Some guy said that he had put like a Shungite rock like that at the very entrance of a beehive. And normally bees will push things away from their entrance. They secured it. They did something so that it couldn't move. And then every single bee that would go in and out would touch the Shungite before it left and after it came back.
The bees would?
The bees, yes.
The bees would. They connected with the Shungite.
Yeah. So, I mean, not only us, but like every other living being in this world needs to fight off all of those signals that are flying through the air these days. I mean, Wi-Fi and radio signals and television signals and the broadcasts from all of the, oh gosh, it's amazing. Like the things that we are walking around that we can't even see.
Exactly. And so this is a great protector. It's a protecting stone. It's grounding. I love that she was telling me this before we went live. I didn't even know that about the bees. Like, that's so beautiful. So Shungite has many purposes, guys. I'm definitely
put some Shungite out in your garden.
There you go.
They have Shungite powder. People put it in their paint.
Oh,
and will paint their walls to kind of protect their house. Oh, sorry.
Keep being the camera girl.
Sorry.
Druid from YouTube. Hi, hello, how are you? Druid, hand pink waving Astaria. Beautiful. She's your best friend. She's a very good friend of mine. Yes, and she's one of my neighbors too. She lives around the corner from me.
We met at a yoga class, remember?
Yeah, we met at a yoga class.
We've decided
Kundalini yoga.
We were remember we were talking about how our lives kind of kept going like this.
Yeah.
So like in the early 2000s, we were circling the same area but never met. And then in the early aughts, we were circling the same area and never met. And then we just met, and it was just like boom.
We're soul sisters. We were destined to meet.
Totally.
We went.
I don't have any sisters, but I do have.
This is my soul sister. We were talking about how our lives have crossed paths and we were in the same place and the same energy at the same time, and we were just destined to meet. So this is my soul sister. And while we will get to tarot in a second, I do want to highlight this. I got my first tarot deck, a long time ago. I'm not even exactly sure when, but I had one tarot deck. And when I met her, she gifted me my first oracle. I never had an oracle till I met her. So I always can go back and I got my first oracle from her.
And I had bought that deck for myself. It was the Moon Oracle. And
yeah,
I just wasn't connecting with it. I wasn't connecting with it. And then you were talking about the moon, and I was like, I got a deck for you.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. We were sitting outside of the Kundalini yoga class, And I was talking to her, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh my God, I bought this, and it's like not for me." And it was so beautiful because that was the first that opened the conversation. I signed up for a tarot class at that point. There was like this 4.5-month tarot class, and I was like, "Oh my God, it starts tonight. I don't know if there's any room. You should come." And then we took the tarot class together, and it started a beautiful friendship.
Do you remember that clock that was outside?
Across the 555.
So across the street from that class, we pulled up and parked, and these people in their yard had this gigantic clock, but every single time was 5.
Yeah.
5, 5. And I think the clock is like, oh, it's 5 o'clock, we can drink.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
we
look
saw
at all those 5s.
Angel numbers. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
That.
Oh yeah, we got to get into numerology and how to read tarot and all this stuff in a minute. Let me just check the comments some more, and we're gonna get in here. Beautiful, Jude. Jude, you are always here with me, like 2:30 a.m. Beautiful. The tablet is vitamin, Astoria. Oh, well, it's not an actual vitamin, but you know what? It's working as a vitamin. It's you're saying question mark. Yeah, you missed that. It's actually Shungite. It's a crystal. Jude, you can rewind back because you're on YouTube. Farida, hi from the UK. Welcome.
Hi.
We've been just kind of talking and rambling, and we got to get into today's lesson. But before we do, right, what do we always do before we do free live training Fridays? We pull a collective card pull. I'm going to hand it off to Natalie Reads today, and Natalie Reads is going to do the collective card pull for you guys. So you guys always see me do it. Now we get to see what's up.
Yes, you're going to see me try to shuffle with my teeny tiny hands.
Yeah. So because she's going to be doing this tarot class with me. She's doing the in-person ones, and I'm doing the virtual ones, which we will talk about at the end. But
all right, so let's see if we get anything. Oh,
beautiful. What do we got? The
10 of Swords.
Woo!
Insight and the end of difficult situations. I love this deck. This deck is, I looked it up and then I forgot. It is Cherub's Thunder. So it's the Rider Waite, but they take imagery from, I think it's just like general imagery. Look at the fire on the glasses. Like you can, if you look through the right lens, what were we talking about earlier? The
perception glasses.
Like if you put on your fire glasses, like there's no stopping you. There is no stopping you. You have all of the insight that you need, and you are all of the power that you need to end any difficult situation.
Oh my God, there's glasses on the cards.
That's
I haven't
what I
even seen
mean.
the card yet. See how things quantum entangle? Like I was talking about your
Yeah.
perception glasses, and then got the glasses.
So normally the 10 of Swords has the guy, he's laying down and it's got all of the swords and it's back and it's exhaustion. It's kind of a bad, I wouldn't say bad card, but it's just it's just talking about like a rough situation, where this one is like
morning 10 of Swords.
Yes, there are rough situations. Everybody has a rough situation.
Exactly.
But put on your fire glasses and put that fire out, or set fire to that situation and start something new. Like that's basically what the world is telling you too, is that you have everything, you have the power, and it's all in your hands. So yeah, I love that card.
Yeah, and what's your perception? Why are you going to see the light or the dark? And interesting enough, I worked with the fire element today with some manifestations. That's probably what caused it. That had the whole triggering effect, because I worked with the fire element this morning and I did a huge release. And I worked with my hair. I was burning hair, and so you're letting go of a part of your DNA, something that deep. Oh, it was like huge holes of left hole. When you release something, it leaves a hole where negativity can seep in. And I immediately went in to try to fill it with love and light. But I went so deep into my shadow, it's probably why I went even deeper and had that trickling effect. But again, 10 of Swords, I had the choice. Here's the ending. I let go of something huge. What am I going to do now? Because the 10s are endings. They end and it's over. Let it go.
Endings are also beginnings. Endings are also beginnings. You know, I think that's what people forget, is just because it's end doesn't mean that it's, you know, it's the end of everything. You have something new coming through. So something amazing.
Beautiful. Let me check back in these comments. Okay. So let's see. White crystals. So you can use certain white crystals. If you want to put clear quartz in your water, you could do that. This one is Shungite. It's a black crystal.
I have Shungite and I have amethyst in there.
Beautiful. Amethyst is another good one. Farida, can I ask, when you ask on tarot, why is the same question you ask sometime the answer is yes on it? I guess I'm not understanding the question.
Can I ask, when you ask on tarot, why is the same question you ask sometimes the answer is yes?
Farida, I'm not sure if I understand.
Other time, no.
Oh, okay. There was another comment.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. This is a really good question. Okay. So if I love doing future predictions, and if somebody comes to me and I do their reading and here's what I predict, this is where the energy stands today. We shift realities every 7 seconds and we have free will. So what can happen is you're going to get some information that can help prevent something, that can be protection, that's something to go into. You know how to avert disaster or how to curve left or how to work with the energies. And so today the universe might give you a yes, but then people, places, and things align differently, and all of a sudden it's a maybe or no tomorrow. And so it depends where your energy stands, because energy is always moving. Energy is not stuck and stagnant. Energy flows just like water. It's very fluid.
It's not, we are in a movie right now, but we still can pick the ending.
I love that. I love that. I asked the same question. Is okay, Capricorn, feeling intentions towards me on genuine. Some say yes is genuine, some say is not genuine. Why is that so? Probably because there probably is true energies, that there is genuine, but there could be some malicious or deceit, or that reader might be picking up on something that they may not have your best interest, not consciously. They could be doing stuff unconsciously as a coping mechanism, as a way to protect their heart. And so something might be coming up with their shadow that reader might be picking up on, but true deep down consciously that they may want the best for you. I'm giving you a general answer, Farida, only because I'm not doing your reading, so it's hard to say it without tapping into that person's energy and your energy to see how much is conscious, how much is unconscious, and where your true energies lie together, and where the quantum entanglement of you two lies. So
I love that.
Okay, let's see over in the Facebook group. Tamara Snow says, so I was told my Aunt Bobby that passed last January communicates with me through dolphins. I love that. My other half, Jerry, and I went to Laguna Beach, and at the fancy restaurant and a block over was the Healing Zone shop.
I looked for a dolphin for my altar. I made to honor her and came up on 8-inch black tourmaline that was priced really high, but the beautiful lady running the shop gave it to me for her price, still over $100. Wow. And we could all feel the connection to my beautiful auntie. Now she told me it is best placed at the entrance to our home for protection. Does that sound right? Inside the house or outside? Should I place it inside of the altar? I think go with your gut. The lady told you. I see what you're saying. I thought your aunt told you. I would meditate on it and see where your aunt wants you to put it. If it's her rock, let her tell you where to put it.
Yeah, if that's the case, I have most of my crystals in my house. I switch up the crystals on my altar. You can put them out. Depends on where you're feeling you need the protection. And just because you put it by like your nightstand today and your altar next month doesn't mean you can't move it. Like the crystals need
unless
to be
you're
fluid.
a bee and you stick it to.
Well, yeah, the bee needs a place to go ground and center. So maybe leave your Shungite where the bees can access it. Okay. Hair, cords of light. Thank you for adding that, because here's the thing: if you guys cut your hair, I know we're way off topic, but we talk about all of the things. I'm getting a trim on Sunday. We talk about all of the things here on Free Live Training Fridays. I try to stay focused, but there's so much love to share. So if you cut your hair, it's a form of release. You're releasing a part of you. This is as let me see who was making that comment. Tamara Snow. Yeah, that is your cords of light. This is part of your DNA. This is you, right? So if you want to release it, let it go with the fire. Call upon the fire element. Burn it. Do it at the day after a full moon, but the day before the new moon, when the moon is waning, and you can have it all be ceremonial, and you could do a ritual release. Let it go. So I did that this morning.
Love it.
Beautiful. And let's see. Black crystal water. So yeah, Druid, it's Shungite that's in there. Not all black crystals can go in water. This is the one I have. Are you taking questions today, lady? Farida asked from YouTube. That's on Live Tarot Tuesdays. Join me on Live Tarot Tuesdays, and we will be doing tarot readings. We're going to get into how to read tarot cards. We're going to talk about all of that in just 1 second. And then Power of 10, ones and zeros, endings and beginnings. Thank you, Tamara.
It's today, 210. So 2. And then 10.
This is she's a Virgo. She sees all the numbers and all the patterns. I thought I was like tapped in, and she's like, nope, 6 2 5 4 6 of it. I'm like,
it's almost
I understand that. No, it's beautiful. Okay, and then thank you. Yes, I switched them around a lot. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay,
I got my kids taking crystals to school. They put them in their pockets.
That's I so told them, awesome.
I told them like it helps them like find strength whenever they like need an answer to a question.
That's beautiful. I teach my niece who's 5. She'll be 6 in a few days. And I've been teaching her all this stuff. Like she knows the third eye mudras. Like teach them when they're young. We don't learn this stuff in school. So you got to raise them right. Okay. So Tamara says, you want to read this one?
I've only trimmed my hair once in 2 years. My hair is so long right now, the longest of my 49 years on this earth. And I'm currently trying to figure out if I want to cut it shorter. I'm getting a haircut on Sunday.
Ask for the clippings and then burn it and release it. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. If you decide to, you could also do some ritual release with the burning of the hair.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
now
you can just get a couple scissors.
that's basically, yeah. I just did like an inch off. You wouldn't notice it. I just do slight trims and let it go. Let that stuff go. Okay. So now that we are 24, 25 minutes in, right? We're going to get to today's lesson. We're going to talk about how to read tarot cards, why you want to read a tarot cards, what you need to know about tarot cards, why it's important, and why we're about to do what we're going to do and the importance of it. So here's what I'm thinking. Tarot cards helped change my life. We saw this morning I was struggling and I was having trouble aligning back more with the positivity. And the tarot cards were just a tool to help guide me on that path, right? They're just a tool. Yeah, this is one of the cards she pulled for me, Quantum Jumped. They're just a tool to help give you the answers. You already have all the answers within you. But sometimes we can't activate that intuition and we don't know what to do. I use them as a tool to channel when I do tarot readings. I use them as a tool to give me guidance. I use them as a tool to do my shadow work. Now, tarot cards, there are many facets of it, right? We've got the majors, we've got the minors, we've got the numerology aspects, we've got imagery, we've got numerology. They relate with the zodiac signs, they relate with the elements, the 4 elements, and they relate with the seasons. Like there's so much to learn. Learning tarot cards helped me. Oh, yeah.
This one's got planets on there. See, this is a Mercury.
But they do. Yeah. Ooh. Because like the Lovers is Gemini and Gemini relates with Mercury. So you can even entangle that even further. There's so much to learn about tarot. Once you start learning tarot, for me, it activated my intuition. It helped me open my third eye. And so what happened for me is what I realized is I had the beautiful gift bestowed upon me as my tarot card teacher was like, hey, don't read the book. I'm very logical, masculine. Like I need answers. And so I'm reading the book and what does the Ace of Swords mean? And she's like, throw the book out, throw the book out, throw the book out. And I'm like, what do you mean? But what does the card mean? She's like, no, you tell me what the card means. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm asking you, what does the card mean? But she gifted me this beautiful gift because she had a very wonderful way of teaching and allowed me to tap in my own intuition because I have the answers within me. And so that's what we were talking about. We wanted to step forth and help people activate their own intuition, allow them to open their own third eye, tap in their own psychic senses. And so we decided to create this course. It's a 6-week course on how to read tarot. We're going to break down the course for you so you guys can hear what it's about, how to do the course, how to read the tarot with the course, how it's going to help you become your own guru, all of the aspects, the numerology, the imagery, all the stuff we talked about. But Natalie, what do we got going on in week 1 in the class?
So week 1, we'll kind of talk about how to structure your tarot practice and things that you can do while we're not in class to kind of build that intuition. And then we'll also start off with talking about the major arcana. And the major arcana starts with the Fool and ends with the World. And it's really the Fool's journey, and his journey through the people that he meets and the things that he learns and the lessons that it's kind of a story if you go through the whole major arcana. I think that'll be the first.
It truly is. And let me add to that. You know what? I think I'm going to do a thing on this next week because I've reflected on this many times. So what she's talking about is the major as the 22 cards. They're archetypes.
Yeah.
And there's a whole thing called the Fool's Journey. You guys can look it up. But the Fool's Journey plays out in my life over and over and over and over. And that's a whole lesson that I could sit here and talk to you guys about. I think maybe I'll go into that next week and talk about, hey, when the Fool happened, and I could show you guys each card and tell you the story of how it's so relatable for me. Why learning how to read tarot helped me get through my own Fool's Journey, right?
So just for this deck, this is the Fool. And you can see how she's just kind of starting off. And then it goes into the Magician. So the Magician is the first person the Fool meets, and he kind of tells them, all of the magic that you have within you. And every story that you walk in, even Star Wars is the Fool's journey. You've got the Fool, and then he goes through and he meets people and he learns things. I mean, it's an archetype story that's out there everywhere. Absolutely.
It is. Each card, all those 22 cards stand for an archetype. Like I was just talking about the Lovers, that's an archetype, right? I can tap into the
There's
love,
the
or I can tap
devil.
into the hate. The devil, codependency is addiction, right? That's the opposite. The love, the hate,
Temptation, bondage,
the fear.
addiction.
Yeah. And so what archetype am I going to tap into? Again, with the perception glasses, the perspective glasses.
Everybody's favorite, the tower.
Exactly. The tower came crashing down on me. So did I want to tap in the love, the lovers, and my self-love, or the devil and lean into my shadow? And I had that choice. And so the tarot was very, how to read it. Well, it showed me what to do. The strength card allowed me to tap into my own goddess energy, my own lioness energy, allowing me to roar for my soul instead of my shadow. Like the reading the tarot helps you learn so much about yourself. Like there's a lot of shadow work with it.
Yeah. I really feel like using tarot kind of helps me. There are so many, when you're connecting to the internet, to social media, to other people's voices, television, the news, all of those messages that you're getting are external messages. They're from other people. They're from the matrix. They're from whatever you want to call it. And tarot kind of helps me put on noise canceling headphones to block all of those out and really only listen to my voice, my internal voice. And so when I, pull a card or when I'm doing a reading for someone, it really helps me block out all of the noise, all of the voices that aren't mine, and just listen to my own voice.
Very good. Very good. We're going to activate that own innate wisdom we all have within us.
And you all have it. You have the power.
Yeah.
Everybody
Strength.
is intuitive.
Yep.
It's just how, just like everybody, is breathing, but everybody is intuitive. It's just whether you are doing it thoughtfully or whether you're just kind of walking around blindfolded.
Exactly. So learning tarot is so much more. You're really going to go on this beautiful journey to activate your own intuition and figure out who you are. But how to read tarot, it's more than just, oh my God, I got the death card. What does this mean? A change, a transit, a death, and rebirth. Because as we talked about earlier, the 10 of Swords, one door closes, another one opens.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a rebirth energy, but there's so much more to it. This is Scorpio energy. This is Pluto energy, like learning the different facets, learning the numerology, the 1 and the 3, add that up equals 4, get back to your foundation.
And then
what happens if I get the death card? Maybe I need to add these numbers together. How do I read tarot and build that to a 4? That's foundational practices, that root chakra. Let's get grounded. Let's figure out what works. And for me, it's a spiritual discipline. And so learning, right, the imagery with it. Here's the clock. Everything's happening in divine timing. Here's how I would read it. The numbers, the numerology, adding that up to figure out what I need to know in that moment. Again, when you go through Pluto energy with Scorpio energy, that's death and rebirth. So it's I have to allow these things to happen. So how do I read tarot, and how would I advise you to read tarot? Well, you're going to take all of those aspects in there, not just, oh, well, this means transition. No, we're going to teach you all of this stuff and more. But then you guys are going to teach us, and you're going to teach each other, because we're going to get you your own intuitive. So you're going to see something in this card I don't see.
Absolutely. Everybody does.
Exactly. So we're all going to have different decks, and we're all going to be able to learn from each other. And so how do you read tarot? Well, we're going to be on this beautiful journey together. But what else do we got going on? Maybe week 2. It's a 6-week thing, by the way, guys.
Yeah. And then the way we did the class, when it was structured, the class that we took together, they broke out the different minor arcana. So you've got the swords, the wands, the pentacles, and the cups.
Yep.
And it depends on the deck. It depends on the deck that you have. Some people call them different things.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about all of the arcanas together, but we're going to break it down into the numerology, because really, I think the way we did it, it was great, but I think for me, it helps me to learn to look at the numbers. What is the overall arching theme of the wands? Fire, energy, action, cups, emotion, love, the whole of, your intuition, pentacles, your material, grounding and being, having all the things that you need. And then swords is your ideas, your intellect. And then applying the numerology on top of that. So it's kind of like Photoshop layers. So you get the one layer of the arcana. What is the major theme? And then you apply the numerology of what is a 1, what is a 2, what is a 3. So we'll probably, depending on how quickly we go through it, we'll go like 1 through 3, maybe the second class, and we'll cover all of the arcanas, 1s, 2s, and 3s. And then subsequently we'll go through the class there. And then I think the last class will, that should take us up to 5 weeks. And then the last class, I think we talked about. And then I think
Wait, let's hold off on the last
Yeah,
class.
please.
Yeah. So I think that's beautiful because me and her were brainstorming ideas, and she's just like me. Like I said, my soul sister. Yeah, well, that too. Hello, hi. No, it's beautiful because numerology numbers speak to my soul.
Yes.
And when we both like almost said it simultaneously, because we were like, well, we don't want to take our teacher's class and just redo it. We want to put our own twist on it. We want to build our own class, right? And we're like, what if we did it from the numbers aspect instead of the suits? And all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, yes. Or I was like, oh my God, yes. I don't know who said it first. But we're like, we get things through numbers. And so that's why we want to teach you how to read not just what the card means, but the numerology, the zodiac, the planetary placement, the imagery, all of the stuff together. So you get an all-encompassing energy, and then we'll activate the intuition. So what she was saying is we'll break over. It's a 6-week program. Week 1 is introductory in the majors. Everything up until the last week, we're going to go over the minors. We'll probably do about three of them a week, 1 through 3,
depending on how.
Yeah, roughly. And then the last week, what do we got going on the last week?
We're going to do practice. We're going to do practice readings with each other. So, and then we can work on different spreads. I don't really use a lot of spreads. I don't know if you use spreads.
I don't.
But some people
we're going
do
to teach you
do it. Yeah,
because they're good to start off with, and they're good go-to.
Yeah, exactly.
I just like to channel whatever comes out. We're going to teach you both. We're teach you both, and we're gonna have some time at the end of every class where
nothing is wrong. Everything, however you do it is the right way to do it.
Thank you so much for adding that. There is no wrong way. I talk about this all the time with my coaching clients, with manifestation, anything. It's not one set way. Here's how you manifest love. Here's how you manifest money. No. If you don't have that herb, that crystal, substitute something else. Like, there's no right way to read tarot. Your way is correct. What I do with all of my practices is I go and I learn the foundational energy.
Yes.
I learn how to read tarot, and I learn what the card means, and then I intuitively do the readings. I learned how to do Reiki, and then I give Reiki, but I channel what needs to happen. I learned the foundations of how to play the singing bowls, but now I intuitively play them. We're going to teach you the foundation of what the cards mean. But with that, instead of then you go figure out intuitive later, we're going to teach you the intuition along the way.
Yes.
So when you get at the end of the course, you're like, hey, I know how to read this card for you. Oh my God, you've got the strength. Of course. Thank you, Spirit. This is what she pulled me earlier. I was like, let me just grab the deck.
And I just put them in.
And I never pull off the top. The card that she pulled for me is the strength.
Yeah.
Of course, because I needed to hear this. Thank you, Spirit, right? So we're going to teach you when you get the strength card. The strength card is saying, Astrology, are you listening? We told you.
You don't think you're strong,
Look at that
but
lion.
we do.
Look at that lioness. Tap it in that lioness energy, right? So that's standing behind me with Archangel Ariel also saying, hey, I have the courage and wisdom to get through this and face any darkness, right? Look at all the darkness in the card, but there's so much light here as well, protecting me and pushing me forward, knowing that I can do this. I have the resilience and they are guiding me. So I think that's so beautiful that this card just came out twice again for me. So thank you, Spirit. Let's jump back in the comments, and then we're gonna, because I saw some were going off. Let's see. Okay.
Kids that have been diagnosed ADD, ADHD, etc., highly benefit from a variety of stone necklaces. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel all of us do, and they may need it a lot, but I do feel, yes, crystals have it definitely. They hold their own vibration, and so we can work with them as a tool. Again, I don't sit here to worship this and think it's going to solve all my problems, but I allow the energies to merge.
Do you talk to your water?
You know, I program it for stuff, manifestation.
Yeah. You should
Dr.
talk to
Emoto, look him up. He talks about how water is energy. And,
it is.
You can program your water.
I've heard that we have to drink more water now than we used to because it's just people aren't treating it. They aren't treating it like the sustenance. And so it's just kind of going through our body. But if you talk to it, if you whisper to your water what you want,
love you, water. I'm grateful.
Clarity and intuition.
I'm worthy. I'm love.
And then gratitude. And then drink it.
I'm humble.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Your power, your strength.
I was putting it in, so every time I drank it, it became programmed into my DNA that way.
Talk to your water, guys.
Yes, and you guys can look up Dr. Emoto. I talk about him randomly. I'm not going to go too much into it. We're already 40 minutes in, and I get sidetracked. And now I got another sidetrack. Us together, we're in trouble.
I took my ADD meds, but it didn't help.
Okay. Sidebar. The virtual class coming up with Astaria. What time is that on those on Wednesdays? I gotta juggle my schedule to be live most of the time, if not optimal every week. So good question. The virtual class. So both the virtual and in person are going to be Wednesday starting the 22nd. It's on the page that if you guys sign up for, it's on there. They start at 7 p.m. and goes till 8:30. 90 minutes each week for 6 Wednesdays.
And I'll be doing the in-person one. I'm going to get a study room at the Fremont Library. So I don't know which study room it is because I can't book it ahead of time, but we'll be in Mundelein.
Yeah.
So if you're in the area and you feel like coming out on Wednesdays and learning tarot with me, we'll see you at the library.
Okay. Judah says, my favorite quartz is gold.
Rutilated quartz. I've never heard of that one.
Rutilated quartz. How about you? What is my favorite quartz? Well, I think my crystals shift just as my favorite color shifts. It depends on what chakra I'm working on, what block I need to work with. I've been really pulled to rose quartz over the last few months, and it's the main one I've been working on. I go through different phases with my crystals, though, but thank you for asking. Okay.
I really like my new one. It's an Australian, or peacock quartz. Or
Peacock quartz.
Peacock quartz.
Yeah. Did you get that at at
we
Crystal
went
at Fox
shopping.
Lake?
I love it.
Yeah, beautiful. It's Ashley shop. She's amazing. We were just in there the other day. Go to your local
Shout
check
out
around
to
as well.
Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. Crystal's by Fox Lake.
Go buy crystals. Go buy rocks.
How do I determine which tarot deck to use? In my class, my auntie left me in excess of 10 different decks. Traditional, Oso Zen, angels, animals, etc. I am the tower so much. Soul numbers 16-7.
Yeah. So for the tarot deck, it's really whatever's calling to you. And I'm hoping that people bring different decks because I want people to see all of the different decks that are out there and the different ways that the cards can be interpreted. And it kind of reiterates that point that there is no wrong. There is nothing. What you see is what it is.
Yeah.
And stop doubting yourself. Stop letting those little voices, because those little voices aren't yours.
Exactly.
There's everybody else's.
Yeah. And that was one thing we agreed on, that we were like, let's let them pick out whatever deck they want. So we all have different, so we can compare how there is
how they're interpreted. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. That is the noise for certain. It plagues me constantly. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me finish something on that. Yeah. How to pick the decks. I have all of those. I have angels, I have fairies, I have animals, and they all have a purpose. But you just let your intuition guide you, and whatever you are being called to. And hey, since you have 10 different to choose from, maybe each week you bring a different deck.
Oh my God, I love that.
And we'll talk about it every week. And we can even bring.
I saw somebody made a deck of different. They took different decks.
We were talking about that,
and they
in our tarot group, weren't we?
Oh my God!
Yeah, in Messenger. Weren't we talking about that?
I don't remember.
I think we did. I think it came up twice. This is the one that they sold.
No, they just bought a bunch of different decks and did it themselves.
I feel like we're in a tarot group in Messenger. I feel like somebody made a deck like that.
Was.
Yeah. Every card is from a different deck. Like, it's total chaos, but it's so beautiful.
I love chaos.
Yeah,
chaos is my life. I have 4 kids. Chaos is my life.
Yep, it happens. That's life. Such is life. The chaos, not 4 kids.
Oh. You have all of these children here.
Yeah. Yes. I just lost 11. Oh, real side note, guys. I just lost 11,000 of my children. Play horse. Guys, if you guys follow me on my business page, Astrology Dream, I no longer have access to that. Somebody took me off as admin. They went in and removed me, and I kind of got a little hickety act. So I am trying my best to get my account back. I don't know if it's going to happen. If I create a new page, I will let you guys know at that point. Please report the account. Please unfollow it. Follow me on the new page. I'm going to try my hardest to get it back first. So just a heads up, anything that gets posted on the Astrology Dream page on Facebook, that is not me. I still have access to my Astrology Sage profile. It's just the business page, Astrology Dream, because Astrology Dream is my business, guys. Okay, let's continue with the comments. That is the noise for certain. It plagues me constantly. Is this mine or someone else's on Earth, or even this timeline? So common with empaths, because we pick up and we can't tell the difference.
Oh my God, I hate when my husband comes home from work and doesn't tell me why he's angry or why he's upset. And I'm like, and then I start feeling it and I start getting mad at the kids. I'm like, if you had just told me that this was yours, I wouldn't have been carrying it around.
Right? Yes. Protect your energy. Cut your cords. So this way you can see this is mine and not theirs, right? You can even go within and ask yourself, is this mine or not? And again, her husband, just by saying that, could help her.
Yeah. And when he says that, it's like
instantly is gone.
Instantly goes right from my heart and just
transmuted, gone. Yeah. Druid from YouTube. Second favorite gemstone is lapis. I love lapis. Lapis is one of my favorites. This is if I doubt myself.
My lapis bracelet broken. I've been on the search.
Oh, my green adventuring one broke this morning. I restring them. I buy the beads. That's why I only have one green, and then I just make them myself. But Lapis, when I'm doubting my intuition, I'm like, I'm not a psychic. I don't believe in myself. Because I'm human. It happens, right? There's times that I don't feel totally in my power.
Syndrome.
Yeah. And so I put on my lapis and I'm like, I can answer any questions. Like, it opens up your psychic senses. So lapis is amazing.
I need to get more into astrology.
Okay, let's see who's saying these over here. Let me see. Okay, I Pluto is a large influence on my chart. Forgot where. LOL. I need to find my chart.
Yeah.
If you want help with the birth chart reading, welcome. Let me know. We could do those as well. I also do astrology readings. The numerology. Yes, I'm always counting. I hear horns. I pay attention. I count. I hear honks and freeze and count, and then Google the angel numbers and read the lessons online. Ooh, that's very interesting.
License plates. I'm always adding them up.
Oh,
I add up. Yeah, I know you look at the.
Talk about that for a second.
So whenever I'm driving and I'm thinking about something, and then if I'm like at a stoplight or something, I'll look at the car in front of me and I'll add up the numbers on the license plate, and then the numerology will usually help me like process what I'm thinking about. And I know you look at license plates a lot because we were in the car and it's just like
nonstop. The angel numbers, but then the angel codes. And what's been coming to me lately is like let's say there's an angel code, but there's a number in the middle that's blocking it. I use that as my blockage of why I can't get in alignment. So let's say there's 333. You should have 333, but it's like 3343. Well, if you take that 4 away, that's the blockage. Then I can get 333. So I need to be grounded to get all my wishes to come true, because 333 to me is answered prayers. So if I get grounded, that's the thing that makes the threes together. I've been doing that with license plates. Yeah. I'm a level 2 Reiki attuned by sweet Auntie Bobby. Beautiful. I'm all about the Reiki.
The power of water. Dr. Emoto is groundbreaking.
Yes, I'm so glad you know about Dr. Emoto as well. Tamara, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So 7 p.m. to 8:30. And then we've got Angeli from YouTube. Hi, hello, welcome. Over here.
Rose quartz equals heart chakra.
Beautiful, Tamara Snow. Thank you for adding that. Let's see where we're at. Can you ask a yes or no question? Join me on Live Tarot Tuesday, and you can ask all the yes or no questions you want. We talk about tarot, how it has impacted our lives, that there's more to tarot. It's not just reading the cards. We're talking about all of that good stuff.
I don't know what your question is, but no just popped in my head. So you don't even need to ask it, but the answer is no.
There you go. It looks like you got a free psychic one. Okay, let's see. We need it. Ooh, a cord cutting live with us beauties.
I love that.
We can do that. I talked about cord cutting maybe last summer, but I probably only scratched the surface with it. And I know I have so many more new people in the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, and on the YouTube. We'll have to do a cord cutting.
Full moon is a great time to
maybe we'll cut each other's cords live and show them how to do it.
Yes.
Thank you, Tamara.
Yeah, full moon is a great time to get rid of things that you don't want anymore.
No one.
When you love a stone, jewelry that is for a purpose, right? Yes.
That's from Tamara.
I love that. Yes.
I think she was asking a question. When you love a stone, jewelry that is for a purpose. Because there's a question mark after it. She's asking.
I don't understand that.
I know.
Ask it again, Tamara.
Tamara, give us some clarity. We're trying to understand that. Okay. Ooh, Tamara's all about the blockage number. Awesome. Tarot Tuesdays. Live is fabulous. Everybody needs it. Thank you. Thank you for letting them know. She's been on the Tarot Tuesdays. We answer questions for Tamara. Let's see. And that's the end of the comments.
Maybe I'll come back on Tuesday.
You want to, I've never had anybody on my Live Tarot Tuesdays. You guys want to see Natalie Reads do reads with us on Live Tarot Tuesdays?
Yes, I would. Oh, lose a stone. Yes. So we talked about that because I lost a stone too.
Oh.
And when you lose them, it's because they're being set off into the world. But then when you find them again, it's because you needed them. Right? You lost them because you don't need them anymore. But then when you find them, they'll come back. They'll come back when they're ready.
Sometimes they leave and they leave forever because somebody else may need them. I had one at our yoga studio. I was getting out of Kundalini yoga, and all of a sudden it disappeared. And at the time, I was so more egotistical and more earthly, materialistic. I was like, I lost my crystal.
I like that one.
Right? And I really liked it. But now I look back and say somebody else needed this. It fell out of my yoga bag, so somebody else could find it because they needed it more. But I found crystals like years later or months later, or like whenever it is later, because I don't need to work with them at that time. And so they disappear because they've soaked up all the energy and the lesson is learned, but they will reappear when you're supposed to. So thank you for clarifying. When you lose a stone, right, there is a purpose to it.
I've given strangers gems from my pocket. I'm like, I don't know why, but I think you need this today.
You
Here.
see how beautiful she is? She was just telling me a story last time she was over here, how she was like gifting the waiter like crystals, and she's like, "This is for you."
So I'll
like,
tell you that story real quick. I was with a girlfriend, and we were telling a really difficult story that, and so I had her hold on to the crystal while I told the story. So the story went into the crystal,
Yep.
and then I told her we can't go home with this crystal, so we gave it to the waitress. And I told her whenever she has that crystal in her bra, she's going to have the most amazing tips. The most amazing tips.
I knew she said tips, but when she said the story and she said she put the crystal in her bra, is that what she's gonna have the most amazing tits? Is that what she said?
It'll help too. It can't hurt,
Well,
right?
Why not? Sure. We gotta have some humor in life, right? Laughter is good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that crystal transmuted the energy, and it's a new loving energy for that waiter or waitress.
Yeah.
So very beautiful.
And it's gonna be magic for her. Whenever she has got it on her, it's gonna be magic.
I love it. And look at this. Tamara wants you here on Tuesday with it. I love it. She says she had copper tension necklace with shungite in the center. I love copper. Oh, copper speaks to my soul. I wore it always. Then could not find it when I returned from my vacation in Florida. It bothered me a lot, but then figured whoever found it needed it more. And that's exactly what I went through with my what crystal was it? It was an agate. It was an orange agate. Yeah, that I lost at the yoga studio. Altair 30. Hi from YouTube. Hi. Hello. We are just finishing up today's session.
Wow,
although ladies,
it's
not.
An hour.
I know. That's what I was like. Okay,
time flies.
It does when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about this class?
So,
we're
going to talk about journaling because journaling with tarot is really important. You have to touch your cards every day and journal with them. So, one of the things that we're putting together a book that we'll be selling along with the class, but you don't need to buy it. We'll send you the PDFs if you want to print it out yourself. And then also encouraging people to buy journals to go with it. And then we'll probably set up like a group chat so people can text their cards every day or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Whenever we get together with the collective, we'll see how it works. And then just, with as far as cards, just whatever cards are calling to you, whatever cards look pretty. Right?
Sometimes the imagery that speaks to you, or it's, hey, I'm in a chakras. I got a chakra deck. I'm in angels. I got an angel deck.
I got this alien deck.
You know what? Let's wrap up the session and have her pull an extra card. We never do one at the end. We're gonna throw an extra bonus. You get 2 for the price of 1.
This deck is huge. It's like
100. She was pulling some powerful cards the other day. And I was like, and I played with these decks before. She dropped off all her decks one day. I was so lucky. She's like, hey, will you sage these decks? I was like, yes. There was like bags of them. And I was like, I get to play with these and then sage them. I was like, I don't know these decks. I was like, yes.
This was before I was using sage at home. I was like being all self-conscious about how our house smelled. And now I'm happy that
now she
smells like a witch. I'm
a
full-on witch.
Yeah,
our house smells like.
We're going to light some sage too. Just as we started the session with sage.
Set up my altar. I've got my ancestors on my altar.
Amazing.
I freshened their water this morning. And I talk to them in the morning when I get ready to tell them how my day was and how my day, what I've got going on. And I talk to them in Spanish. I tell them, gracias para los bendiciones para ti. I thank you for your blessings. There you go.
Beautiful.
93. Oh my gosh. Assistance without interference. Serious future. So this to me is telling me that we need to focus on our voices and really block out those external voices like we were talking about earlier. And, listening to your intuition, listening to your higher self, because that voice that you hear, that's your higher self. And all the other voices, all of the newscasts and the reality television and the social media posts and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and talking to your neighbor and hearing about all of the things that they're doing. That's them. That's not you. And that's fine that you're listening to them and you're taking it in, but you also need to know when to take it out and block it out and not listen to that. So this is assistance without interference, and it's the serious and its future. I can read the book, but that's to me what's jumping out. Is anything else jumping out to you? I love the picture.
No, I love it. I think you were great with it.
All right,
beautiful.
So let's see, number 93.
And while she looks that up, I'm just going to check the comments. So questions are on Live Tarot Tuesday, and you can join me there. It's where I do the tarot readings. We were just talking about how reading tarot is more than just reading the book. And so we were talking about all these different aspects. And then also Tamara says, is there a way I should store the tarot cards when not using? One deck is small cedar box wrapped in black cloth. That's beautiful.
Ooh, I love that.
That's great. I put like quartz on it, soaks up, selenite, gets rid of it, it clears it while it's and so you could charge it up because we also need to charge our decks just as we charge our crystals. But the black cloth's great too.
Any kind of cotton. You want a natural cloth, right?
Yeah, so you can use that. Will get rid of the previous energy with the crystals. That would do. I don't put essential oils on my decks, but smoke. Yep, sage smoke can work. Yep.
All right. So Sirius, assistance without interference. Future. In the ancient days, Syrians learned a lot of lessons about helping without interfering. Some of these lessons were painful and difficult. Now that the Sirius energy has made its transition, it has integrated those lessons and offers loving assistance without interference. Examine who you wish to help in this life. Find ways to do so from a place of neutrality without interfering.
Yeah.
This represents a karmic pattern from ancient days that you are now ready to release. But first, you must be mindful of the difference between assistance and interference. I love that. And then I'm going to skip down to where it says, if this card came up in your reading, its meaning depends on your life circumstances and possibly the other cards in the spread, but we didn't pull anything. It may mean that you need to examine how you're helping someone and whether this help is truly in the best interest of the person you're helping. Or it may mean that you are accepting help from someone when it will be best for you to learn the lesson on your own. It can also refer to a hidden motivation for helping or being helped, such as a wish to change someone or to avoid looking at a deeper issue that you need to look at. Whatever the case, this card is asking you to examine this issue closely in your life and make whatever adjustments are necessary so that you don't create karma for yourself by confusing what assistance and interference really mean. I love that. It's great to end on.
Beautiful. That's a great way to end. And I'm going to drop a link in the chat here in just a moment. If you guys do want to sign up for the 6-week tarot class, we're going to offer you a special. Only people that are in the private Facebook group right now if they use this link, and only if you are on the YouTube watching this link. Because again, guys, if you sign up for the tarot class and you want to pay per weekly, it's only $44 a week. That's really cheap for 6 weeks. $44. That's it. If you pay in full, you're going to get a discount price, and it's only going to be $222. However, if you sign up with the link we're going to drop in the chat here in just a moment, whether you do the in-person or the virtual class, you're going to get an extra 22% off of either one you want to do of the whole 6 weeks. So I'm going to drop the link in the regular Facebook comments, and I will throw it into the Facebook group as well. But that gets you 22% off for you special, beautiful souls who are here supporting me on the YouTube channel and are in the private Facebook group. I will drop that link in to get you guys 22% off, right? And the 22% off is off the $222. The weekly price, if you do weekly for $44, that is a fixed rate. We're not doing 22% off the $44, just a little heads up. And the last announcement I want to make is, I'm going to say this again in case people might have missed it earlier. My business page, A Story, A Dream, I am not in control of that page at the moment. I've been removed as admin. Anything that's being posted on the Story a Dream business page on Facebook is not for me. I'm trying to get the page back. I will let you guys know if I create a new one, because if I do, I will reach out and ask you for support to help report it and get it taken down. But just so you guys know, there are no daily cards on my business page at that time, just because I don't have any access to it. And anything that gets posted on A Story a Dream Facebook business page is not coming from me. But other than that, thank you guys so much for being here with us on this beautiful Friday. Hope to see you guys in the tarot class, and I'll drop that link in here just a moment. And until then, if you guys got anything out of this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button this way. I know you got something that resonated. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's a bell too. I want you to hit the bell and turn on all notifications, because I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages. That next message just might be the message that you need to hear today.
And I'm on Instagram. That's so Natalie. That's so Natalie.
That's
so Natalie.
I'm gonna drop a link for Natalie Reads, so you can find her on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for being on this live with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We're gonna have her back. We're gonna have her back again since you guys loved her so much. Natalie Reads on Instagram. That's so Natalie. I will drop her link in as well. Thank you guys. Looking forward to connecting soon.
Have a blessed weekend.
Yes, have a beautiful weekend. Till next time.